Your Hollywood system stole our sex and co-opted our violence, so there's nothing left for our kinds of movies.
Movie.
I did not hit her. It's not true.
Klopex? Klopex.
Klopek.
Up yours, baby.
Me and Bubba, my little brother, listen to you every night.
Where in the hell are we?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Cult Film Review. I'm your host, Cody Everett. This week we are talking about the 1987 cult classic, The Gate. Someone should probably close it, is all I'm saying. Let's just start the show.
It was good, but it was dumb.
You want me to do another
No,
one?
I thought it was good.
You want me to do another one? I can do another
You got
one.
another one ready to go?
No, I'll
Oh.
just do it on the fly.
Well, then never mind.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us this week. This week we are talking about The Gate. Did want to get into a little bit of business first. Please help us out and go on to iTunes and rate us 5 stars and leave us a review. It'd really help us out. Also, you can follow us on all our social media. We'll tell you that at the end of the show. I'm here with the normal gang. I got Kyle here, I got Chris here, and I got Mike. And like I said, we're talking about The Gate. Who picked this? Whose fault was this?
This is my fault, but it actually wasn't the original pick. I wanted to do Serial Mom, but nobody could fucking find it anywhere, and nobody owns it except for me, so it's The Gate. You're welcome.
It's The Gate. All right.
Very flamboyant way to say that.
So I kind of want to start this one.
Come on in.
It's the gate.
I kind of, if you haven't seen The Gate, just to let you know what it's about two, friends who are like 10, 12 years old, and they open a gate to hell in their backyard, and basically demons come out, and they have to fight these demons and prevail, because love prevails.
And light.
So here's, I guess it's kind of a question, but maybe more of a statement. Is the Gate the after-school special of horror movies?
Well, I didn't know this until we started writing down facts here, but both the writer and director obviously have worked on a lot of TV stuff. So,
But after this, they worked on a lot of TV stuff after this. But one of the things while watching this movie, I did say to myself was like, was this supposed to be a made-for-TV movie?
yeah, it does have that feel.
Yeah, it definitely feels like that. I thought it was more or less, I thought it was like the people who watched Evil Dead and were like, well, how can we repackage this for a child audience? Because it has that it has that total vibe, I think. It's, basically Ash is whatever his name is, Steven
Glenn?
Dorff. Steven Dorff is
His
Ash.
name will be Steven Dorff for
Yeah.
the whole night.
Yeah, it's just Steven Dorff. And they basically, by accident, they bring back, or they resurrect some demons.
I feel like they borrowed from a lot of things like that. They also borrowed from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, I think you're right. I think that they did want. This is PG-13. They wanted
Yeah.
to make a movie for kids or young, teenagers or whatever. That maybe they couldn't watch The Evil Dead, so they got The Gate instead.
Yeah.
Because that's what kids were fiending for. They were fiending for Evil Dead, but parents were just like,
But the-
no,
They-
no.
Hey,
You
I-
get
I-
The Gate.
The parents were like, you know how you really want to see Evil Dead? Oh, yeah, I got you The Gate. Oh, thanks, Mom.
No, you know what this was meant for? Honestly, like when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to rent like rated R movies until I was probably like 13, 14 years old. No, probably 12, 13. But I would walk through the aisles and they'd be like, you can get a horror movie, but it's got to be PG-13 or less. So The Gate was available to me while I was perusing the horror section.
Chris, get The Gate. How scary can it be?
No, they didn't even
it's
care
about an iron gate. Get it. She doesn't even read
Not
the
Gate?
back.
Oh, is that a war movie?
Not to be confused with the length of one stride.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So it was cool. It's cool to have like the PG-13 movies like when you were a kid because
And there weren't many. There
no,
weren't many.
but you looked through every single rated R movie until you got to it,
Mhm.
which is how you became familiar with all the shit you were gonna see in like a couple years.
Yeah, but this movie, in my opinion, does everything wrong. Right? So here's my thing with this movie. This is where I'm on. I don't understand why this movie's a cult film. Like why it's a cult classic, why people love this movie. I don't get it.
I don't think it is.
It is. It
No,
has a cult
is.
following.
It absolutely is.
I don't get it. Explain it to me, someone, please, because I don't get it.
Childhood memories that if they watched it again now,
Yeah, I did not
they would
see
remove
this-
it from their favorite film
I just-
repertoire.
Listen,
I saw this from last night for the first time.
what's
me too.
there?
Me too.
What is there not to like? You got Steven Dorff. Okay?
You don't got Steven Dorff. You've got like 6-year-old
Yeah.
Steven Dorff.
You have
That's not what people
It is-
want.
First
That's not
film.
what the people
you
are
have
It is.
craving.
first
It is
film,
only.
Steven Dorff.
It is but the whispers of what Steven Dorff would have become.
Borf?
Borff would become.
Steven Dorff would morph into.
Another thing has.
It's totally Steven Dorff. I don't think he ever changed. I think he was the same then as he
No,
is
his
now.
acting has gotten better.
It has improved.
He's a pretty good kid actor, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think he was
Oh
probably
my
the strong.
God!
He was probably actually one of the strongest performances in this whole movie.
No, Terry is the best actor in the movie. The friend Terry.
not really.
Hands. Oh my God, Steven Dorff is
He's
terrible.
the most likable, but he's not the best.
I want to get out of my chair and kick you in the face.
I'm sitting here trying to decide who I want to throw my vote to agree with here. You're both making valid points. I would have to agree with Cody though. I think
Okay.
Terry's the stronger actor.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
so we're
yeah,
going-
that when he was reading the Bible passage and he fell down the hole, that was really good acting. That was fucking
Oh,
awesome.
You know what? Steven Dorff was really good throughout the whole movie. That's how sarcastic I'm going to be. It was terrible. He was horrible.
I don't think
Okay,
so.
but what about the costumes, guys?
What?
The costumes?
Yeah, those teenagers are dressed in more fluorescent colors.
The hairstyles were great, dude.
It was fantastic.
The hairstyles were
It's
insane.
That was
It
the
was
something
solid
about
80s.
Mary look that she had going
solid
on.
80s. This is better than Night of the Comet in terms of solid 80s
Hold on, though.
style.
Yeah.
I want to get.
This is 87.
I want to get to my
Mike.
theory of how this movie to me, why I don't get why it's a cult classic, right? Because and this is where I think they hit the mark because it's not a good film, but it's not so bad that it's good either, right? It's got terrible acting. It's got
I don't know. A lot of the stuff did make me laugh because of how bad it was.
Yeah, I gotta
I
say.
think that was
Really?
the biggest source of
Oh my
comedy for
God.
me in this
the
film.
stunts in this film are
the plot
fantastic.
points and the like the acting and stuff, like it was just the simple fact that the demons did not rise until the bug zapper wasn't plugged was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like why would that make a difference?
But Kyle, it's symbolic.
but here's
of what?
it's symbolic of technology
hindering
staving off the ancient ways.
technology is what's keeping the ancient dark
It
arts
was.
back.
It was. And when they
Zapper.
shut that off, guess what? The demons come pouring out of hell
God.
again.
God
See?
forbid there's an EMP because we'll just
This
be
was the
thrown
real
into
story
gates
We're
of
here,
going
hell.
Kyle.
right
Have you
back
seen-
into the apocalypse.
have you seen this director's version of The Exorcist?
No.
Oh,
No.
so
He just brings the bug zapper in the room.
yeah.
Demon gone.
Trust me, this works every time.
Watch this. Anyways, no, my point is it gets like it hits all the points it needs to hit as far as like so bad it's good. But for me, where it misses, and I think where I get upset and where I'm watching this is like I fucking hate this movie. It's because it's such a good idea for a film. It really is.
Yeah, that's
And
why
then-
like Evil Dead exists.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
it
really
did it
good.
correctly.
And then they just like crapped all over it. And like I felt like they pulled everything so far back to make it PG-13 that I don't get what the appeal of
they
this film.
didn't really. I mean, in all honesty, they didn't need to pull a whole lot back to make it PG. It was still had moments where I could see if I was a kid, I would think, "Oh, that's scary," or "That's creepy," or "That's weird." Like they didn't need to add anything. They just needed to write it better. You know, like it didn't need buckets of blood to complement it. The film, like there was enough going on. It just wasn't produced good. Like I don't know,
I'll tell you what Evil Dead was missing that this one gets right.
Steven Dorff.
A killer rock opera.
Oh,
I disagree.
Oh, not a fan?
No, I think that they killed
rock
it.
opera.
I think they killed it with the Geodes.
Oh, the Geodes?
Yeah.
You know what I will say about this film? Before the
Great plot.
before
point.
the demons start coming out, they do props on the cheap. Like it's a geode. Like
Yeah, dude.
there's a lot of shadows.
they
Like
picked
that
the
wasn't really
stupid- They picked
hard.
the stupidest shit.
They do.
The shadow
yeah.
that they showed to be scary in the bedroom was of his toy that you could plainly see right there, and then they do
No,
a close up
No,
of it.
you know what it was, and I even asked Mike this. Like, I was like, why did they have to claymation the shadow in? It was a shadow of the claymation figure, like moving, but like they didn't need to do that. They could have just had anybody walk,
Yeah.
and it would have looked real.
Except one
You-
thing.
It wasn't
Cody,
clear enough to be like,
Yes.
oh, that's not a person.
Cody,
Yeah.
was this claymation?
This was not claymation.
Stop motion animation.
No, it wasn't. Those are
Guys
men
in suits.
It's
Those
people
are
in
guys in
suits.
suits, and then they shot it in a perspective to make him look tiny.
Oh, cool.
I love that.
I thought it was a blend of that. I thought it was a
using
blend
some of that old
claymation
Darby
and that.
O'Gill cinematography that
I'm
we
d-
all know and love.
I'm down with that, dude. It looks cool.
So
Nice
Uh,
Vanna White there.
here's
Like,
my
They can't see it.
I just saw it, and I'm letting them know what's going
Okay,
on.
well, I Vanna Whited that one.
He did.
also my problem is the script and coincidences.
Like,
Everything's a goddamn coincidence. And the script, what do you mean like everything?
Well, give us an example, Cody.
He
That's
has
what
a,
I
dr-
mean.
he has a dream where the tree gets struck by lightning. The tree gets struck by lightning, and then the hole opens up. Not so weird. Okay, right?
He's a psychic.
But
weak roots. That's
but-
why you don't build a tree.
He's
there.
got
That was
the-
an old ass tree, probably.
He's got a little bit of the gift.
but they act like
That's a shallow root ball, Chris.
they accidentally give a
think it
sacrifice of the
rotten out.
dog, right?
The accidental
They-
sacrifice.
Which, by the
The
way,
blood was accidental.
They
Like,
didn't
it-
accidentally do that.
coincidence.
Some-
They're just coincidentally doing like they read
Mhm.
they read out loud the incantation. Like
well,
how does Gremlins happen?
they just hit all the markers right in a row.
Boom. Chris just nailed
happens
that
to
one.
knock over a fucking water can onto Gizmo, and then it happened to chew through the wire on the clock, so he feeds them.
That's
like-
not really coincidence. That's just.
well, that was planned by
This
the
is animal
Gremlins.
nature.
That's animal nature. They just chew cords. That's true.
I don't know if I don't know that I agree with you at all on that, Cody.
Really?
How is that coincidental?
Like everything is.
How is that coincidental?
They even say it in the movie.
How is that coincidental? Like in
Are you
terms.
trying to get him to get the definition of coincidence or something?
No, I just don't understand how that's any different than just a happening. Like what?
Because everything happens just
Like
perfectly.
Evil Dead. I can't believe that these 4 kids just so happened to show up at a cabin and just so happened to find the Necronomicon and just so happened to say the incantations out
Yeah.
loud.
And just
Like,
happened to
that's-
find an album made by a band from Europe that happens to have all the perfect
That's
verses
right. It's
in
the
it.
setup. It's the setup.
Like, and
First
have
of
all,
all,
the information that you need.
Can we say something? It's established from the get-go that Terry is a genius, okay? He's a genius. He knows everything about geodes.
Yeah.
He knows everything
Sure.
about everything. He's wearing glasses, guys.
I don't.
And everybody knows what that means.
He's
in the
also
80s.
wearing a heavy metal band's jacket.
He knows.
So
he knows what's up.
So Smarty-
He's into collecting everything. He's
Yeah.
got geodes. He's into bugs.
He is the expert when it comes to this. It is just like
he's the monster
it's like
hunter.
the two comic book kids in Lost Boys. They know
yeah.
everything
The
about
frog,
vampires.
Was it the Frog Brothers or something like
something
that?
like that.
So Smarty chokes a dog to
it's a
death.
Corey. I
Dude,
know
how
that.
many
It's a Corey.
times? How many? They did not give a shit about showing a dead dog in this movie.
No,
I'll
they
tell
did
you that
not.
right now.
There's
They-
like a scene. He's just driving around. The dead dog's riding
Dude,
shotgun.
Dude,
and
that's
just,
so funny to me.
they show it clearly. He's carrying the dog up to the door, just swinging between his arms. Like
I know. I wanted to.
it comes back later in the bed. Like
This
what the
movie
fuck?
is so perfect for like doing a riff track too, because there's scenes like that where it's just like, oh, is someone order a dead dog here? So that's how it looked
And
like
that
it was
dead
shot.
dog, it looks like they got it out of the FAO Schwartz or something. Like they just got a big stuffed animal. And they're just like, let's put some blood on it.
What kind of parents are you that you're gonna leave your kids for the weekend with
16.
with a giant hole in your backyard that's like
was filled
piping
in
out
already.
It was
it's
filled
piping
in.
out
It was
gases.
Filled, it was filled in and
It was filled in.
new grass
Yeah.
over it.
Piping
no,
hot.
new grass over it filled in was after he dumped the dog in.
No, it was
It
new
opened
grass
back
filled
up.
over.
Yep.
Parents left. It opened back up. Dead dog got dumped in. He put the cover over it, and it got filled in again.
Mhm.
And then it opened up again.
It had its sacrifice.
Then it closed again,
It does close
and
again.
then it opened again.
And then it opens again in their living room.
That's
Guys,
right.
And
As
at the same
That's
time,
what gates do, guys. They
as
open and
gates
close.
do.
at the same time, when that gate in the living room opens up, that house also triples in size. It gets like about an extra 100 stories taller to accommodate that
it
monster.
certainly does.
Like, where'd that massive skylight come from? That was never there before.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk more about the gate.
Mom! Dad!
You've been
All right, guys, we're back, and we are talking about The Gate. It is a Canadian film. I don't think I mentioned that. So we're doing a lot of Canadian films lately. Thanks, Chris.
What's a lot? What's the other one?
I didn't pick Hobo with a
Hobo.
shotgun, by the way.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you
that's
rated it 5, so.
Yeah, so I picked it.
So
basically did with that raving review.
Damn right.
let's talk a little bit about the cinematography.
You sound excited.
No, because they mastered the close-up.
They did pretty good with that.
They mastered the close-up in this movie. That's
Dude,
what
when,
it was.
When your effects are like
It was
not-
even like
not on point, you're close up.
not even on effects parts was it just close up. Like they were just like, how are we gonna shoot this? I'm gonna shoot it close up.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know if
They-
that
they
really
must have been
stood
big
out to
fans
me.
of
That didn't
Sergio
stand
you
Leone.
out
didn't-
to me.
that didn't stand out to
No,
you?
not
Oh my
really.
god, it bugged the shit out of me every shot.
I thought the cinematography. Was
Is that what you thought?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good
cool.
thought.
What do you think, Kyle?
I'm sending it back to you.
I thought the cinematography was really good.
Okay.
Did you really?
No, yeah, I did. I mean, I didn't notice all the close-ups, but like some of the shots, like when he first opens the door to go out to the backyard, and it kind of like dollies through. I
The
thought that was-
biggest fucking backyard in the world, lucky kid.
Did you see the size of those properties in that
Jesus,
neighborhood?
right? His
Yeah.
parents has got some money.
Yeah,
That's-
they
that-
do.
That's the 80s for you right
They
there.
have-
Everybody's got money.
They had the money to make a roof that could contract and expand at any given time. So they're doing pretty good for themselves.
they afforded that expanding house option,
Yeah.
you know, when they're building it.
I will say I did kind of have a little bit of a problem with like the house itself. I thought it could have looked creepier. It just looked too bland and plain to me. It was big, but it didn't have like much character to it.
I don't know.
Didn't
No.
have much character. Did you not see the light hanging over that table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a piece of art. That was like a broken umbrella upside down.
I didn't have a
I
problem
don't
with it
care.
because
I just didn't.
hold
know.
on, it wasn't like the house. It wasn't like an Amityville thing where the house itself was the gate. It was this thing in the
I
backyard.
know it was supposed to be like, oh, suburban. This
Yeah.
could happen in your backyard, kids. Like, I get it, but it just make it look a little more
I
interesting.
don't know. Why would the parents be?
There was a lot of
living in
fake
this
plants. A
spooky
lot
house?
of fake plants in that house.
You know what? It's the 80s. They were big.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't. Yeah,
My parents.
I thought the
loved fake
Poltergeist
plants.
house had more
yeah, they're
character.
still here.
Yeah.
No, they're still here. I I definitely don't think the house had a lot of character, but I mean, it's also in the way that they shot it. That's on them,
the
bro.
entire film pretty much takes place in the house. I guess that's what.
Yeah,
The
it
house has
it
to be a
does.
character.
That's why I thought it was genius with one location. Like I said, the good idea, and then when you poop all over a good idea, it just makes me hate the film.
You poop on it.
When you just take a big old poop. That's what they did.
When you
That's
go
what they
poop
did.
on it.
Mike, did you have any opinions on cinematography? You've been quiet.
I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, I'm indifferent about the cinematography. I didn't think it was great, and I didn't think I'm not on Cody's page either, where I think there was like way too many close-ups and it was horrible.
I just
mean,
thought it was cookie cutter. It's one of those
Yeah.
films where they're not the director's
Not
not
gonna-
going
TV
not
movie.
going for yeah, they're not going
Exactly.
for anything artistic or anything like that. They're just trying to frame the shots perfectly where you can see anything that you need to see, and that's it.
I will say one
There's
shot.
no Dutch
there
angles
actually,
in this film.
There is an actual. I like a shot where Terry gets stabbed in the eye. It's like from this weird overhead kind of weird angle. He's just like, ah, like he's just like.
That was
looking
such a.
up.
Did you notice how quick that cut was?
It's so quick.
That effect had to look
Yeah.
terrible. That's why.
Yeah,
It was
I
just
gotta
like,
imagine.
Boom, done.
But it did it. If
You saw it, right?
I remember as a kid watching this film, that was the scariest part of this movie for me.
Oh, yeah.
was that and the eye hand, the hand eye.
That was one of the scariest things for you.
Oh, I was so scared of like eyes growing on my hand. We're just keeping up with the themes.
You know what I-
Dolphins, bears, eyes on
oh, is
hands.
this another fear?
Pan's
This is-
Labyrinth
is a
must
huge
have
fan
fucked
of
you
mine.
up.
Every morning I wake up, I look at my palms just to make sure there's not an eye on there.
You know what
Nope,
scared
just
the
a
hell
dried
out of me
puddle
in
of
this
cum.
film?
No one
What?
caught
Right
that?
after furiously masturbating, the first thing I do is I look at my palms and make sure there's not an eyeball on them. You know, you don't want to get that in your eye. It stings. Okay.
Yeah. You know what scared the hell out of me about this film? The pacing.
Okay.
I will give you that. I will give you that.
Holy
tonight.
crap! Does
Yeah.
it take forever for something to
It
happen?
does. It does, and I completely agree with you.
Dude. And it's like, oh, you have such a great setup to do creepy things, and they don't.
The
You're
build-up
dancing
is
with your
way
dead.
Too long.
You're dancing with your dead mom. It's a dog that you just like toss on the ground. I would say that when he rips into the parent's face, that was pretty good.
That looked really good.
Oh,
yeah, that
yeah.
was kind of cool.
That
It
was
was a very
good.
It was
Yeah.
a melt. Yeah, I
Yeah.
started getting like 3/4 in. It started feeling like was this a melt film or something?
they
like, is this gonna
completely
keep...
abandoned that.
Yeah, that concept's gone.
Yeah.
Then
As
they
soon
just
as the phone melts,
Then it
it's
becomes
like,
a
we're
zombie
done.
movie, and then a Darby
Yeah.
O'Gill movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
They threw
yes,
everything into
they
it.
did throw everything into it. They
Yeah.
gave you everything that you would want to see.
They do.
I appreciate that.
Melting faces.
It was Cabin in the
zombies.
Woods.
Before Cabin in the Woods.
There you go.
I do want to say the zombies really bothered me.
Yeah.
The
They bother me
zombies, there's
because
one.
here's the thing I don't understand. So the
What, the worker man, right?
yeah, why is it
Because-
that? Why
I
is it,
don't know.
No,
why
yes.
is he themed?
That's confusing.
I
it's-
took it as the demons.
Yes, they
Knew their
say that
fears.
demons tap into your worst fears, and that was one of his fears in the movie. Is when Terry tells him that when he's like, Terry told me that there's a dead worker in here, and the workers didn't
Oh,
tell
he was
the
a worker?
police."
I thought it was
Yeah.
like a farmer.
No, he was a
Oh.
worker who got sealed into the wall.
Gotcha.
Oh.
And the dad's like, "Well, Terry's mom died, so he's crazy."
I didn't watch this film.
That was a great explanation.
so true.
That's basically what he said. So when Terry
That's
says
cool.
crazy shit, don't listen to him because his mom
His
died.
mom died, so he's fucked
Yeah.
up forever.
Yeah, and his dad's always gone, and he orders pizza and he eats it.
And he listens to metal music.
He listens to metal. This kid's a fucking nightmare. Don't you? Listen, I'm changing my mind. You're grounded
the
for the whole
nerdiest
weekend.
nightmare ever.
And then you got
nerdiest nightmare.
then you got Al, the atypical like teen girl.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Can I just say
Yeah.
something?
I hope you're saying what I'm about to say. Go
That
for it.
scene where she's like checking out her
Yes!
body and stuff is way weird for like a 14-year-old.
She's
Like,
checking. No,
how
she
old
was
is she?
15. She
Oh.
was
16.
Oh, 60. She
Oh,
is 16.
are we making it better now?
No, but
No.
it was so hilarious. She's like checking herself out in the mirror with her fucking onesie,
Oh
basically.
man, I know it's so creepy.
Dude,
It's
her
like,
her
no.
friends.
Oh
No.
god.
They had to squeeze a little TNA into this
There is no
movie.
Okay, yeah, no.
She's
She
wearing
looked
like
like she
sweat
was looking
socks.
for it.
Sweat socks. That's what I'm saying. It had to be like subtle, you know. It's like onesie. What's hot about that? I'll find something.
really
if I have to
wasn't a-
sit through this movie.
It wasn't a
Just
onesie. It wasn't a onesie, but it was like I don't know.
It was a
what that is.
matching top and
Yeah.
bottom, long sleeve pants and shirt. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining.
See, that's exactly.
I'm
what
not gonna lie.
talking
I think
about.
I owned that as a kid. I think I owned that very outfit.
her.
you saw this movie and
Yeah.
you're like, Mom, I've got to have that.
I did.
And it's just like the reactions in this movie are so goddamn unbelievable too. It drives me nuts.
How so?
How so? A kid just levitated across the room and the whole party's like, meh.
I like how he thinks I was
is
arguing with
he
him. I was just
yelling?
asking you to
Why
define
is
it.
he yelling?
He's just screaming at me. What do you mean? What do you mean? How so?
Because you're acting like you don't know.
I'm asking you to clarify for
Mike,
our
Mike,
audience.
Mike, don't ask
Levitation
him. Don't ask him what
seems
time it is. He'll probably snap.
I asked
Seems
the questions
perfectly
on this show.
feasible in this film. I'm sorry.
No, levitation. Okay,
That was the
no.
best scene too. The,
The
wire work,
levitation
fantastic.
The levitation happens, right? But the kids at the party aren't like all
I-
crapping their pants like we
One-
just saw a
because
kid
they're all
levitate.
16-year-olds who are drunk and stoned.
You know what?
probably.
No, I completely agree with Cody. If I saw somebody levitate,
No
I don't know how
sense.
high or drunk I have to be
I would have been
to not
crying.
acknowledge that, being like, "Holy shit! What did we just? Did we just do that?
Yeah.
Did we do that? Is this
I like
house
I like
haunted?"
the girl. The girl's like, well,
Did you
I
not
guess
tell
I
us
won't.
that your house was haunted?
The girl's like, well, I guess I won't do that one again.
Yeah.
Like, again? Like, how many times have you done this before?
I've been like, do it again.
She just goes to different high school parties, freaking people out with her witchcraft.
Yeah.
That's another element from your Lovecraftian world.
Yeah, this is a very
The
Lovecraftian.
word craft.
No, it's a Lovecraftian film.
In what's his name?
What?
Ripping out the goddamn light. Gen.
Gil?
Gen?
Glenn.
Glenn.
Whose name is Gen? I've never heard that name before.
Again.
Well,
Starting it now, bro.
yeah.
Starting
Isn't
it
that,
now.
isn't
From
that
the gate.
like a
It's
character
Gen from the
Tekken?
gate.
What is that?
You better believe. You better believe if you ever have a kid, Chris, I'm going to suggest Gen to you.
Gen.
That's happening.
Kenneth.
So what
Instead of
about
Ken,
is
it's
Gen
Kenneth.
still on the table? That's what I want to know. Is the name Gen still on the table here? What are we talking here?
I'm just saying they don't react to the levitation. They like Al refuses. No matter how bad it gets, she refuses to call the parents. No one reacts to the Lee's sister's hair, which needs to be addressed.
All the hair in this film.
It
needs
was
to be addressed.
dressed. It was
Bro,
already
my God.
dressed.
she had this something about Mary.
Dude.
Yeah, that
are
was
you
sucky.
You're gonna bring that up, but you're not gonna bring up fucking Steven Dorff's like fucking bowl cut, bowl cut
Dude,
hatch jaw.
He had those crazy goth bangs going on.
They were all cut like he did it himself. That's what it looked like.
You know what I realized that this film is just a cross between. It's a cross between Evil Dead and Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Yes,
Wow,
that's a
that
really-
rhymes. That's poetry.
It is like it's
Are you
just the
rapping?
same plot. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I don't know. This movie is what the demons. Let's get on those. Let's just start there. They're 2 feet.
Awesome.
They're 2. Oh my god.
They're foot tall.
They're a foot tall.
They're tiny little Charles
Mhm.
Barkleys.
Yep.
That's all they are.
They look. Yeah,
They
they
run
look
around.
like really out of shape Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's fucking funny.
absolutely. They do. They do.
I think that's what happens if Charles Barkley were to fall down. He'd burst into like 1,000 of these little creatures.
Chris, can you do something for a GIF? Can you put Charles Barkley's head on that guy? That way, when it falls, it looks like.
I will look into it.
But they're
Thank
not.
you.
They're not.
I
I'm
just
like,
want that for my personal collection, just to have that.
here we go. I've waited 45 minutes to see these demons. Let's see them, and then you see them.
Can I ask this?
Go ahead. Sure.
If those are the demons, what grabbed her from under the bed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great question.
What was that?
That's
that
the no,
liquidy, weird mutant arm. That
That's
reached
what the
out from under
demon
bed?
was
But-
before it grew up.
What? But can't we establish that the demons can
They can
Lego
mold together.
themselves into a big creature? They're
Yeah.
like Voltron. They can just get together and become a bigger creature.
This is like Evil Dead met Voltron
Yeah.
meets Adventures
Yeah.
in Babysitting.
We just keep going on. We'll just keep piling them on.
This is why The Gate is a great film, because tell me you don't like any of those films you just named.
Voltron's
Not
the show.
together.
You know what I like? I like orange juice, bacon, and I also like chocolate milk, but I wouldn't put them all together in a blender and eat them.
Really? That sounds
Yeah.
That sounds like great
that
breakfast.
sounds amazing.
Sounds
Yeah.
healthy.
You people are ridiculous. Ridiculous. Every one of you.
It sounds like $1 million right there
Yeah,
to me.
that's $1 million idea.
Yeah. Why
don't
eat
you come up
breakfast
with that?
separately? Why not just jam it into a blender?
Did
That's what this movie is.
It is.
It's breakfast in a blender.
Breakfast
Yes!
in a blender. Yeah.
So true.
So let's talk about some of the, since we have it up on the board, let's talk about some of the deaths and kills. Oh, wait.
There are none.
There are none. Everyone lives. Terrifying.
Yeah, so here's the
The
big
dog
The dog
Kinda
gets it.
does.
Comes
Yeah.
back at the end.
Yeah, this is the big problem
That's
I
true.
have with this whole film. The ending is a huge letdown because it doesn't really deliver
it's redeeming.
any kind of but it's ridiculous. Like why things just come
Because
back
this
to
is a
life?
fucking PG-13 movie.
No, what do you mean nothing happens? Those kids are getting fucking grounded, bro.
Why
What
would
was
they
so
get,
grounded?
Why would they get grounded?
What were the instructions?
Why would they get grounded?
What were the instructions of mom and dad before they left?
Don't
Clean
have
the
a
house.
party.
No parties,
Yeah,
and don't trash the house.
Grounded.
What happened at the end?
All of it happened.
What happened at the end was everything went back to
yeah.
normal.
So no one would know.
Yeah.
The party never existed.
The
after
demon
that.
went away. Fucking Glenn gets thrown out of the house in like this perfect somersault where
Yeah.
he's perfectly, stretched
great.
out. It's fantastic looking. And then the clouds part. It's a blue sky, and everything in the inside the house looks like the day the parents left.
But was it?
What was it?
Gate 2. And so opens Gate 2.
Yes.
Should have closed that gate a long time ago. Put a
Well.
lock on it.
You haven't
Slam
even
the
seen
door.
Gate 2.
Yeah.
None of us have.
No.
It could be
Put a
great.
lock on.
Wasn't there a remake of this film?
Was there?
Oh, I
No,
don't.
you're thinking.
I
Of,
don't.
You're thinking of the Ninth Gate with
No.
Yeah, with Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Different film.
Yeah.
Different.
It's
film.
actually the 9th sequel to that film.
Yeah. The Ninth Gate.
Yeah, it's the 9th Gate.
Well,
The problem is nobody
They were
saw the
churning
remake.
these out.
That's
in the
why you guys
80s.
don't
They was
remember.
churning them out.
a lot of people saw this one.
Yeah, I saw it.
Good. I'm glad. because-
This is my first time seeing it. I've never seen
No,
this before.
and you know why? Because that's another reason. I've heard of a lot of cult films. Okay, never has the gate been brought up to me to where it's like, bro, you got to see the gate. Why? Oh my god, it's balls of the
How
wall.
many times has somebody?
boring.
Yeah, we never saw Pieces. None of us saw Pieces before this.
Yeah, but pieces. was
We ain't
great,
geniuses. We ain't experts.
though. No, we're not.
But no, I saw this film when I was a kid, and I'll tell you right now, I loved it. I loved this film when I was a kid.
I also loved this film when I was a kid. I remember seeing it and then being like, what is this? Never finding out the title and then waiting like 3 years and seeing it on TV again and being like, oh, yeah, this is the one I've been waiting for.
The only thing I remember of this movie was the box art, because I do distinctly remember seeing this either at the video store or in like a $5 dump bin at a Walmart at some point. Like in one of those two places, I've seen this cover art.
Is it the restroom?
Yeah.
This was like,
They call it a
Dump bin.
Walmart.
I mean, I agree with Chris 100%. This was one of those films that, like, as a kid, it appeals to you, and soon you'll get my rating. Because now I'm 35.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna come back with the ratings.
Shut up, you guys. Come back. What do you want? What is it? Come on.
All right, guys, we're back and we're talking about the gate. One thing I want to talk about a little bit before we get into the rating is who has this many model rockets?
This kid does.
They're not cheap.
I had a few when I was a kid.
Didn't that work out pretty well for him though, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, almost
That was a hobby that paid off.
almost burnt the goddamn house down.
Well, yeah, but
Well, wait, hold on, guys. Again, that theme. Science versus magic.
that's not true at all because they resorted to religion to seal the hole the first time.
Yeah, but it didn't kill the monster.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Didn't work.
They had to shoot
It
a
was just
rocket
a
at it.
trick.
Had to shoot a rocket at it.
That's
Had to
true.
use
Where are the
science.
neighbors, by the way?
Dude, thank you so much. The entire time I was watching this, I was
6
like,
miles away
this
because
movie-
look how big that backyard is.
Not that
Really?
big. It wasn't that big.
No, the whole time I felt like, God, I'm just waiting for the camera to just cut to a neighbor on looking and then shaking his head like, these kids these days. Like, that's just what the movie needed, especially when they're doing their incantation in the backyard. Broad fucking daylight chanting something about demons.
Yeah, that doesn't seem concerning at all.
Nobody noticed a giant cloud funneling into the sky.
Didn't notice. You kidding me? Like, hell on earth happened. Didn't
Yeah.
you notice the mats? Everything was destroyed.
Nobody thought the house
Everybody
was
was
on
dead.
fire when the gate was smoking.
Yeah, look at the mats. Go back and look at the mats. They made the neighborhood like rubble and destroyed. So
Yeah.
you just assume that at that point, everybody in the world is pretty much dead or dying. And then luckily, he happens to have one last bottle rocket or whatever the hell it was,
You think-
model rocket. And he
Same.
So
saves the day.
They could have used a neighbor like Wilson.
Yeah.
Let's
they
get
really
into
could.
some fan
Checking on
theory. Did everything reverse? Did no one remember it?
No one would remember it. Only the kid would because
Only
he's
the
the
kid
only
would.
one who was unaffected because he got thrown from the house.
Do you think Terry remembers? Did he?
No,
Did
I
they
don't.
acknowledge any
It's
of
a
that?
total Masters of the Universe ending.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fan theory over.
So the only one in the
Case
entire
closed.
the only one in the world who's going to forever be haunted with these memories and then end up with a lifetime of like psychiatry bills is going to be Glenn.
Oh, he's so
he's
young
gonna be
too.
he's going to be a 30-year-old in a gutter like doing drugs,
shooting heroin,
shooting up, talking and preaching about how he saved the world from demons.
This explains Blade.
Mm,
Now I know why that guy was such an asshole.
So Glenn or Cecil?
Just he grows up to be a demonologist who just shows up to your house with a bunch of rockets.
yeah.
How do we get rid of these demons? Well, you're gonna have to launch a rocket in this room.
Is he like
I definitely sense it in this room. You're probably gonna have to launch.
Just
That's
lodging
it.
rockets into people's drywall.
Is he like a door-to-door salesman? I got rockets here. Demons everywhere. You never know. There's one thing that can stop demons. It's rockets.
Definitely what you.
That's
Well,
before he
Why
came the
did
heroin
the model
addict.
rocket destroy that like 30-foot tall demon?
Because it was wasn't there some
Love
kind
and
of
light.
weird?
Love and light.
Yeah,
Love and light.
wasn't there some kind of weird thing the kid said? Like the only thing that can defeat love and light, right?
Oh,
Yes.
so since
And
the
it was
daughter
Thunderbolt.
sacrificed all of her because the daughter spent all of her money on the gift for
Oh,
him.
that's right.
Instead of
Yeah.
doing something selfish like going to the beach, which why would the beach cost any money beyond me?
I don't know.
So yeah, the rocket was love.
Maybe it's all the toll roads.
The
on
rocket
way.
is love.
Rocket of love.
Rocket was
That's probably the most logical answer, Chris. There was toll ways to get to
There
the
you go.
beach.
You got it.
So
out.
wait,
And she didn't have change anymore. She spent it all. No
So
more
it
spare
was a
change.
love rocket.
Nobody's buying. Nobody's
Yeah.
buying a model rocket with change. Kyle.
His sister bought him a love rocket.
So you gotta to kill demons. You gotta insert your love rocket into them.
Yes. Basically.
The gate.
That's demon slaying. Top tip number 288
Yeah,
right
it was
there.
more than just a tip, Kyle.
More than just the tip. The tip won't count.
All right, guys. What are we rating this?
What are we rating that? Oh, this is what Steven Dorff's stupid fucking haircut. Is that what we decided?
Steven Dorff's
Okay.
stupid fucking hair.
All right, so that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be his dumbass bowl,
All right.
weird Beatles cut thing he's got going on.
All right, Kyle. How many stupid fucking haircuts are you gonna give this?
I'm gonna go 3 on this. I feel like you're about to yell too high, but it's a little better than going down the middle. It's a little bit better just because there are a lot of parts that are so bad that you just laugh at it. Like, this is a great movie to get drunk and just laugh at how shitty it is. I feel like it's not the best movie in the world to do that too. There's a lot of better options out there, but if you are going to watch this movie, I highly recommend Alcohol Be Involved.
I think it's a great movie to like get drunk and throw outside.
Throw the whole TV. It's like, don't take the movie out of
great
it. Just-
Get angry
It's
drunk.
a great movie to get the cops called on you for.
yeah, thinking about a domestic disturbance.
Somebody
Watch
said a
this
TV
movie.
came over the fence. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna give it 3. I feel like I'm giving it too much though. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know if you're the neighbors. If you're the neighbors of these kids, I don't think they're really going to notice a TV in their backyard.
No.
Yeah.
Couldn't
What are the
throw it
neighbor
hard
kids
enough.
doing? Oh, they're just summoning demons.
Summon demons,
No big whoop.
fucking throwing Bibles in holes and shit.
Jerry, leave those kids alone. They're just playing with their demons. So I'll go next. I gotta give this movie 2 fucked up haircuts.
That's better than I thought you were gonna say.
Well, it's shot well-ish, and it's made for TV. It's not so terrible. It's not, but it leaves so much more to be desired. It's a made-for-TV movie at best. Like, this is weak. This is weak. I'm done.
Weak.
I'm done.
I'm done. Mike.
Okay, like I said before, I loved this film when I was a kid. Now I'm watching it now, and I'm gonna give it 2 fucked up haircuts. This movie is not as good as I remember it at all.
He just spent the whole show talking about how great this movie is, and then drops a 2.
I think he just likes to disagree with you or somebody. I think that's all.
Yeah,
it comes
he
down
doesn't
to.
like his rating to be predictable. That's what it comes down to.
I'm trying to produce
Wild card.
an air of mystery.
The wild card.
This is the twist ending
Now
of
here-
this podcast.
Now here it
This
comes.
is real. You're pulling an M Night on us right now.
Here it comes where he's like, okay, the acting phenomenal.
He's just saying everything's
script,
phenomenal.
Great, 2.
2.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm trying. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like honestly, like you're right. There's nothing spectacular about this film.
There's nothing
I
special
don't
about it.
hate it.
Nothing.
I don't hate it, but it's just there's just nothing there.
There's
It's
nothing
not,
special about
Not
it.
really that scary at
No.
all.
No.
It's really there's a lot of cliche stuff like zombies,
Oh, every
You know what I
horror
like
movie.
though? I will
Yes.
say one thing. I didn't say it in the show. One thing I really do like is when he steps on that little demon and he like wiggles really fast.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I really like that.
I hated
just,
it.
It's creepy. It creeped me out. Like imagine stepping on like a rat or something like
Oh,
that. It's
yeah.
like,
It's like
it
all
just like
fat
oh, man,
and like
ugh.
wiggly.
No,
and-
I
That
want-
does kind of creep me out.
Are we adding another page to the book of Mike's fears?
Yes.
Fast wiggling objects.
Just keep that away from me. You keep that away from me.
I wanted him to squish it and like see it kind of like
Ooh,
explode.
but you think of like a
Didn't happen.
like a big.
Why did all the
Ugh.
demons like back away at that point too? They're like, oh, I don't know.
They're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, they have feet.
I wasn't counting on a size 6 Chuck.
Oh, yeah. Those things seem pretty harmless. They didn't bite very hard.
No,
That kid didn't. He didn't even bleed.
no, he didn't even get.
Didn't even
he
bleed.
flinch at all.
Chris.
Anyhow, what was Mike's rating? I didn't even hear
It was a
2.
2. It was a 2.
Oh, okay.
All right, look, I
Don't tell me I gave the best fucking review for this movie.
Ooh, maybe.
No, it's about. Here
li-
comes the
listen,
5.
listen,
the 5's
listen.
coming down the alleyway.
it's not.
Save me, Chris.
It's
Listen.
trucking its
Save
way
me
here.
I like the creatures, okay? Even though they look like out of shape Charles Barkley's, like I like the creatures. I guess this has a nostalgic feel for me because like I said, I saw this as a kid. I was intrigued by it. I waited a while to find out about it again. Liked it then. I will say now that I'm older, it doesn't quite hold up. That has some pacing issues. But overall, like I think this is a pretty fun movie. I like seeing a little Steven Dorff fucking battling demons.
Sometimes
I
you just
like
need a
the
little dwarf in your life.
I like the finale of the huge one coming up through the floor. Like I think that it's very the TV movie. There's not a lot of gore and blood and guts, and it's I would actually call it kind of a family horror film in
It
a
is.
sense. Like, but I have a lot of fun with it. I can't give it a 5, but I am gonna give it a 3.5.
Oh, thank God he
You're
saved me.
Effing nuts with a 3.5.
Yeah.
That's out of your
I thought-
freaking
3.5
mind.
fucked up haircuts.
I thought he was going to go 4.5 on this one.
This is a 2 at best.
No.
How Kyle gave it a 3. I'm still baffled by.
I don't even feel okay about it.
Yeah, I would change it to a 2 on the poster. All right, guys, we are going to come right back with a brand new game. Hang on for that. We'll be right back. right, guys. We're back, and we're going to play our new game, Title Time Bomb. Kyle,
Yes.
let's go to a Mo for the official rules. Mo!
Oh, is that me?
Yeah.
Am I Mo?
Do you guys know what that's from, anyone?
No.
Yeah. Oh, guts.
Yep, there you go. Nickelodeon The Guts.
Let's go to Mo. Mo.
Mo! You're Mo.
Welcome.
He didn't have cable. Don't rub it in.
I didn't have cable. Welcome to Title Time Bomb. In this game, each of you have 2 cards. Both cards have a title of a film. You have 15 seconds to try to get your partner to guess the name of that film. If you don't get it, 0 points. If you do get it, 5 points. Each card's worth 5 points, the final card being worth 15 points.
Hold on. In the event of a tie.
Tough shit. It's bad podcasting.
There's ties. There's ties in sports.
You know, we could have done this odd number, and
Why are you
What's
overthinking this?
Yeah.
I am overthinking this.
Shut up.
Okay.
So the guy who's overthinking it is on my team. That's Mike.
Yes.
Mike and Kyle versus Cody and Chris.
We're gonna call ourselves Team Awesome.
When you hear this sound, your time is up.
Okay.
And if you haven't guessed it by then, you did not get a point, and it moves on to the next team. Cody,
I'm going first.
why don't your team go first?
All right. Who's Chris? You want to pick the
Why
card?
don't your team go
Chris,
first?
do you want to guess first, or you want me to guess first?
I want you to guess first.
Okay.
So you're going to describe it to him.
All right. Let him know when his when he
Chris,
can pull his
you're
card
going to
and
describe
start.
it to him then.
Okay.
You already looked at your card?
No.
Where's your card at? You don't even look ready. You're
Got it.
fucking really making me scared we're gonna lose this game.
Oh, wait a second. Should
I'm
we
just
try?
gonna
I'm
start the- I'm just gonna start
describing
the
the
ti-
card in your hand to you so you can guess it.
No.
What? Why would you know what the
How
card...
are you gonna know what's on my card?
Cody, in your hand is something white and 3 by 5.
I thought you.
What
hold-
is it?
Don't you hold it up?
No. You look
No,
at
just
your
not heads
card
up.
and you describe your card to him.
But you can't say actors and you can't use a word in the title. Oh, it's starting now, I guess,
That's
because that
okay.
motherfucker looked at the
There
card.
you go. Go.
Okay. Asian cinema.
Okay. Give me more. Give me more.
No, numbers are in this type of warrior.
Okay.
Oh, too bad, guys.
Okay, so it's. Wait, I get a guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got
go for it. Go for it.
It's a Samurai Ninja 4.
No.
That was close.
That was close.
Do I tell you now?
Yeah, you
It's
can
the
say it, yeah.
Seven Samurai.
Oh, I do feel stupid.
Have you seen that movie?
No, but it should
Oh.
probably be like I've heard of it, so I like.
Should have guessed
It's
it.
what the
Yeah,
most
I know, I
popular
agree.
samurai movie. I should have
3 ninjas.
4 ninja, half in half shell.
Samurai. All right. Mike, you want to read one to me, or do you want me to
I'll
read
do it.
one to you?
I'll read. I'm ready.
Oh, God. Okay. Ready?
You let me know. Okay. This is a planet. It's right next to us, and there are spirits on it.
Ghost of Mars.
Yes, sir.
Boom. Boom.
Should have thought that one through.
It's all good. It's
We
all
didn't.
good.
We didn't think about the rule changes before we
It's
came up here and
okay.
demanded rule
It's okay.
changes.
5 points. 5 points to Team Us.
Team
Awesome.
Yeah.
Team Awesome.
You're not Team Awesome. We
Oh, that's it,
are.
yeah.
No, sorry. I already picked the name.
Team
No,
Awesome.
I
right?
picked the name
Kyle.
already.
No, not Kyle. Cody said it earlier.
Cody never said it.
He
Yeah, he
did.
did actually.
When on the show.
You will find out when you edit this episode.
I'm ready to not describe this good because it's probably a fucking Mike movie.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Go.
Okay. It's got a tall guy in it.
Okay.
He's scary.
All right.
It's
Do I only get one guess?
it's got
Yes.
You can start
Um,
guessing now if you want.
spheres.
Phantasm.
Boom.
Damn.
Oh, right on the wire.
Tie game. We tied it up.
Right in the wire.
See the connection. Feel the connection. Because it's happening, Kyle.
It's happening now.
Phantasm. Next.
All right. Ready, Mike?
Ready.
All right. They're in the ocean, and there are sharks attacking them. And
Deep Blue Sea.
you got it.
How the hell? How the hell? How did
Yes!
you not? How did
Yes!
How did you not guess Jaws first?
I
That
thought
was-
said-
we were gonna
he said
just
sharks.
suck at this
He said
game
plural
so hard.
sharks.
Yeah, plural.
I
Plural.
should have gone with like Jaws 3 that had plural
Yeah.
sharks.
Plural sharks.
And that would have been easy because I would have just done the whole hint in
Plus,
British
I
accents.
imagine that you, Cody, had picked this. You wouldn't have picked Jaws. You would have went with Deep Blue Sea. It's all about the psyche too, getting in the
I
mind
should
of
have
the
known.
old.
You got to know your opponent.
Yeah.
I thought I did. Thought I did, Chris, when I wrote these. I was wrong.
Up, starting, go.
All right. Let's see. Green bouncing goo.
Flubber.
Yep.
Damn.
Oh man.
It's still tied. Still tied.
All right. Wait, is it me? Yeah, it's on me.
Yeah, it's on you.
Let me know.
Go.
Oh, this has the little guy who played Wicket. It's a fantasy. There's a swordsman. He's a great swordsman, and they're trying to find a baby. And she's a sorceress. And
Fuck!
Yeah.
That happens so much
Dude.
faster. Do I get a guess?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Legend?
no, Willow.
Damn it! So close.
Really tied.
That was my second guess.
Do you lose points because of that?
No, we don't lose
Nah.
points.
Okay.
We just don't
so
get
it's 5
points.
to 5.
All right.
No,
right?
it's 10. It's 10 to 10 still.
Wait, but
Oh,
this
10,
is the
10.
last card for us. So this is double the points?
That's the last card. Yeah, that's double points. So that's for that's triple. So that's worth 15.
Okay. Wow.
for the
Damn,
win.
what
Okay.
the fuck?
It's for the win.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Well, he's not in it, so Steven Tyler.
Armageddon.
Damn it!
I thought we expressly said we were not
We
doing
said
that.
no
That's not an
actors.
actor.
There's not an
That's
actor.
not
He's
an
not in
actor.
it.
Oh,
He's
wow.
not in
Good
it.
call. Never mind. God damn it. That's
Jesus.
horrible.
15 points?
I can't believe you got it off of just that.
Dude, we sing that song in this room like all
That
the
is
time.
true. That is like that's how we get hyped up for the show. Is by singing.
I don't want to miss one kiss.
All right.
All right.
This is it.
This is it.
Okay.
Ready, Mike?
I'm ready.
Oh my God. It's an address. It's an address where Dracula lives. It's got a number after it. Where does Dracula from?
Transylvania.
And a number to it.
I don't know.
Take a guess. You get a guess.
I have no idea. Transylvania 7. I don't know. What?
5,000.
I dropped my little
Oh,
bomb in there,
shit.
my little gem.
I couldn't remember
right
the
at
fucking
the
guy,
end.
the actor that's in that. I
Jeff
can't remember.
Goldblum.
Thank you, Jeff.
I probably never would have gotten.
I
this.
would have never gotten that either,
Yeah.
just so you know. Like when Cody
I've
wrote
ever
that, I'm like,
seen
I have
that
no
film.
idea what the fuck that is.
There
All
you go,
right, well,
guys.
winners.
There
Well-
you have it. Team
The
Amazing-
original Team Awesome.
Amazing Awesome. Oh, that's what I'm calling us
No,
now.
the original
Amazing.
Team OG Awesome.
Oh, OG Awesome. I like that even better. AKA OG Awesome. Anyways, that's our show for this week. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Cult Film Review. Just look that up. You can follow us on Instagram.
Instagram.
Just look that up.
You can follow us on Instagram at cultfilm_review. You can also follow us on Twitter at cultfilm_review. You can follow Mike
At Mike Salustio on Twitter. And I write about film at friendlyneighborhoodfilmmaking.com. I got something coming out, too. I'm grading all of the Nicholas Sparks posters. You can get on that.
From best to better.
From bad to baddest.
From best to heaven.
That is the name of a Nicholas Sparks
I wouldn't
movie
doubt
that
it.
should probably be coming out very soon.
You can You can follow Kyle at.
You can find me on Twitter at cultfilm_Kyle.
You can also follow me at Twitter at cultfilmcody. You can follow Chris at.
You can go buy some movies at midnightreleasing.com.
All right, guys, and we
Don't follow him at all.
we got to give some congratulations to Chris. He will be having a film at the Phoenix Film Festival. So make sure you go and check it out if you're in the Phoenix area. We will be there to support him. So go to that. And
Come on out and say
Mike's
hi.
throwing arms up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm actually in a film as well at the Phoenix Film Festival. It's my triumphant return to acting. The film
How long are you in this film, Mike?
about 3 seconds. But it's this powerful performance. A very
It's-
powerful performance.
I've heard there's a war talk behind this performance.
yeah,
so.
it's about the Cold War.
Yeah.
No, it's a film by Angel Ruiz, and it's called Best Day Ever. It will also be at the Phoenix Film Festival. I believe it's the premiere. Yes.
Chris, what's your film's name?
Reality.
So make sure you guys go to the Phoenix Film Festival. Check that out. Send us in your fan pics. We enjoy getting them. We love watching them. So give them to us now. And then again, make sure you rate us on Facebook. Or Facebook. What the fuck am I saying?
I mean, they can rate us there too.
It's a
guess.
wild
better,
night.
Yeah.
better probably iTunes.
Well,
Better
all over
iTunes.
the place. Rate us on iTunes and leave us a review. It helps us out a bunch, guys. You know what? If you're going to join a cult, just make sure they watch good movies. We'll see you next week.